All right, so good morning. Hopefully you guys are doing fine. Just woke up. Well, not really. Headed on the road today, so I'll be quite busy. No, I saw this news like last night before I went to my bed. I saw a notification pop up. I'm like, oh, Formula Sports. And when I when I saw it was a video about Kemar Roofe. Now, watching the video, um, um, he brought across some very very interesting points, and I said to myself that I have to do a video on this. I have to speak about this. The reason why I have to speak about this is because I've gotten information, first hand information about this same particular incident. And that is the reason. No, not this incident, something similar to that with a different player. And I'm like, what is happening with the Reggae Boyz overseas? And it has become a consistent thing now. So as I say, people, as you come in, just smash the like button, and hopefully you guys are doing good. Hopefully you guys have a good rest last night. I'm having these weird dreams. I dreamt I dreamt I went to the beach last night. Weird. But anyways, maybe a time for me to go to the beach. But anyways, so let's get into the article about Kemar Roofe. Because this one is quite damning. It's really really damning, and big up to Formula Sports for bringing it forward, because I didn't see this article as well, and I'm just gonna give a little my insight on it. So massive respect to Formula Sport in getting this research, in doing this research. It was well documented. All right, so Rangers strikers should follow Scott Arfield's lead and quit international team. So this article is written by James Black. James Black is a journalist that works with Not the Old Firm, very very credible footballing source in the Scottish Premiership, very very credible football source in the Scottish Premiership. People, Not the Old Firm. Go and check it out on Twitter, any platform you can go and check them out. Extremely credible. These are a group of journalists that works together, and I think they do have insightful information. And some of the time, some of these information are actually being leaked from club and all those type of stuff. So you have to take this. It's not a case you're going to take with a pinch of salt, but you have to take this with a lot of relevance, that this is stemming from somewhere. And I have seen something like this as well. We have seen numerous of our players, a lot of our players being targeted, being targeted being targeted by the media, and the media that is targeting our players are media that actually is very much influential in how football is perceived in these regions of the world. So let me read into the article so you guys can get a better understanding of what is happening. So Scott's Arfield's decision to quit international football does not come as much of a surprise after the Rangers midfielder scaled back his involvement after the last 18 months, and one of his Ibrox teammates should consider making a similar decision for the benefit of his club career. So basically, you're saying that his club career is at risk. Is at risk. But what risk is it at? While Arfield's decision comes after the Rangers star hadn't featured at his own request for a while, Kemar Roofe has only just made his international debut for Jamaica, but it is something that he should seriously consider whether it is worth in the long run. No. Why would Kemar Roofe seriously consider if representing Jamaica is worth it in the long run? What long run? What long run is are they talking about? Worth what as well? What is he at risk of losing? What is he at risk of losing? What are they saying is at risk of losing? Kemar Roofe is 29 years old. He will be 30 this year. Kemar Roofe, no, he's 30. He's 29. He's 29 on the 5th of January. He's going at the latter stages of his career where he needs to solidify himself in an international program. So what is it that he's at risk losing? What is it that he's at risk losing? So I think that some of these. So let me read further. The prospect of a dream World Cup spot for his adopted homeland, adopted, adopted. You see the word that they use, adopted homeland, is one that is no doubt hard for any player to walk away from, especially with the 2022 edition quickly approaching. So if you understand the reason why he's playing, why would you Why would you really unbound him or trying to impose him quitting? Why would you say that? All right. But Roofe's injury problem are well documented, and there needs to be a real discussion over whether traveling to the Caribbean to play for the Reggae Boy is in his best interest. So, is traveling to the Caribbean to play for the Reggae Boys in Kemar Roofe's best interest? I am 100% sure that if Kemar Roofe was playing for England, they would not question it. And England will be traveling to various places to go and play against those teams. So would that still be in his best interest? Now, we have seen it where and Formula Sports did brought across the same issues that I'm going to speak about. We have seen numerous situations where players are being questioned whenever they should come into the inside of the Caribbean. But it's, as he said, it's not only Jamaica who's facing this issue. Smaller nations have a big problem. Do you know the amount of scrutiny that the commission comes under, and also the Afghan and the CONMEBOL competitions comes under a lot of scrutiny. The only competition that should play is Euros. That is the only competition that should play. And so basically that they're saying that only European nations have rights to play football, have rights, should be respected. And we have seen it in the last time out. We have seen a situation where players in the English in playing in England cannot travel to other nations, but yet still the English players can go into their team and travel to red zone nations. We have seen that last season. We have seen it time and time again. Let me read a little bit further. And this is heights of disrespect, I believe. With calf injuries a seemingly regular part of life for Roofe, long trips to various CONCACAF countries, as well as the prospect of a winter in Qatar, will have Rangers medical teams sweating every time he's away. So we can't. Kemar Roofe picks up the last injury that Kemar Roofe picked up was actually in the Scottish Premier League. So what is the problem? Is this medical staff sweating right now? Is the medical staff sweating right now? All right. So obviously, the chance to go to a World Cup is a huge attraction, and it would be unfair to demand Roofe call it quit right away. Then why are you mentioning it? But once Jamaica's World Cup dream is over, whether at the final or otherwise, that would be a sensible time to leave the international scene. No, it's not. You guys should start to leave the player. Anthony Grant is facing the same situation. Mikel Antonio faces the same situation. Once these players are not playing for these top European nations, these guys come under a lot of scrutiny. And these articles that are written by journalists that are in and amongst the clubs. These articles are written by journalists that are in and amongst the clubs, which is telling me that some of the time these are leak information that the club want in the atmosphere to persuade, to carry across their narrative. So it's not a case that I won't take this with a pinch of salt. I'm take this with a lot of substance. So RFA's decision to retire before Canada's World Cup fate is known is a bold call from the veteran, but gives his absence recently, it makes a lot of sense. That makes no sense at all. It makes no sense. It makes sense to the clubs, the fans of the clubs, but it makes no sense to the player. And it could be a lot of pressure that the player comes under because of the club and what is happening at the club. And we have seen players right now being isolated. Players on the back bench because they want to represent their country. Look, you know how hard they were trying to stop Salah and Mane from going to Afghan, but because of the name and the level that these guys are at, they just Liverpool just have to humble. and allow them to go because of their name and the level that they're at. So this is a continuous reoccurrence for players. I won't say it's because of ethnic background. I won't say that. But this is something that we've seen over and over again. Let me see. So for Roofe, steering clear of a niggly injury, he's always injury prone. Injuries and have regular interrupted his Rangers career so far would be a massive step in the right direction. I don't think that really stops him. These are injury prone from before playing for Jamaica. Retiring from internationals might be the ideal, but it would make a lot of sense for Roofe and possibly even push him on to even a better Ibrox. Push him on to where? The guy is 29. He's at the peak of his career. He needs to settle himself for his future. Playing international career is not just about it's not just about representing nation. No, it's about your future. What happened after club career? And you would see a lot of articles about footballers, ex-footballers, speaking about how they should have played international football, how they should have went to at least a smaller nation, because he would have set them in a better position after the club football. And maybe some of these journalists are not looking at that factor. They're only looking at the factor in which involve the club at this moment. So that could be a problem. All right, so let me run through a few of the comments before I go. Big up Riley Maya. Wake up early. Big up J King. Daniel Dean, blessings. Rajan Williams, big up. Jania Brown, big up. Trey Moon, big up. A lot of people coming in early, you know. J Dice, I dream about a planet killer, maybe because I watch the show. Don't look up. MDH, early bird special, big up. Yeah, man. Always have the early one, them. El Padrino, big up. It's been a while, bro. Hopefully you're good. J King said, leave Rangers. If he isn't fit, then he don't. Club must tell the player not to play. Club should not tell the player not to play for us club. J King, retype that, please. El Padrino said, big up on the man them in the chat. Crap. J King said crap. Some CM questions asked good. And me, I tell you, some of these questions, I don't know. But people, I won't say long. I just wanted to do a quick short live. Here near, big up. It's been a while. Hopefully you're doing good. So he's going to quit or not, or just advising him to quit at his career. So they are advising him to quit. They say it's for the betterment of his career. That's what they're saying. For the betterment of his career, he should quit. In which I think it's bollocks, stupidness, crap, total crap. Total crap. But the reason why I have to highlight is because the news article, the writer, James Black, these guys are credible footballing source in the Scottish Premiership. These guys work with the clubs. Some of these clubs, extremely close with some of these clubs. So some of these information are literally being leaked, possibly being leaked from the club. So possible, not saying it is. But we have seen it over and over again with a lot of the Reggae Boyz. As I said, Anthony Grant, Mikel Antonio, who else? You know what? I won't call the other names, but there's a lot of them, people. There is a lot of them. Once you start playing for these European countries, in these European top leagues, they really downscale. They downscale some of the nations that the players play for. They downscale it, because I can tell you, there's so much players in the international players in the Rangers setup. Why are they writing this article? Why are they writing this article about Kemar Roofe? And if you should identify the type of players that they're speaking about, you will get what I'm saying. And go and check it out, people. It's been a long while since we've seen these type of things. People, I have to cut now. People, I have to go now. So thank you guys for tuning in. Massive respect. Thank you very much, everybody. Please, guys, don't forget to hit the like button. Do not forget to hit the like button, people. I would really appreciate it if you guys do so. And definitely share the content, people, because these things need to make public. We need to make these things public, because these are reoccurrence of issues over and over again. So I see you guys again. Big up. We have some another video dropping. Possible JPL. We never did the schoolboy football program as yet. So look out for those. Hopefully, we get the time. Will be a busy day for me. So see you guys later. Big up, people. I'm out.